Hey, Bob, you've been talking about recently how we don't give role players enough love. But speaking of role players, and this is coming straight out of your home, KD, big praise for Kevin Herter. He was comparing him to this season. He was comparing him to Stephen Clay in terms of what he's been doing behind the arc, shooting 50%, and I want to say it's on like 7 attempts.
Mm-hmm.
Shooting that thing.
Mm-hmm.
He's a big shot maker. Like I've been saying, Kevin Herter's a big shot maker. Nobody knew it. Like when we got Kevin Herter, that was so sneaky. I was juiced about it, especially when we got Malik right after that. I was like, finally, our shooting guard situation is was set. Kevin Herter's always been a big shot maker. He was over there in Trey Young's shadow. Trey Young out there shooting 53s a game. But I mean, hey,
I knew that
KD caught it firsthand, so he know.
I knew that Kevin Herter could shoot the ball and shoot the ball well, but he's a career average 39% from
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
3. So shooting 50% is crazy.
Yeah.
So it's
Well,
just
I
you
mean,
think it's just
he's
that
not gonna.
opportunity.
Yeah, he's not gonna finish the season obviously shooting 50. It'll
No,
go
but he'll
down.
finish above 45.
I got him, and but this is the thing. So when we got a shooter like Kevin Herter that can shoot as well or close comparably to Stephen Clay, and then you bring Mike Brown in off that Warriors bench, he's starting to bring some of that motion, those motion offenses. You can see some of the plays where Kevin Herter's coming to get open, and those are that's a lot of stuff that the Warriors were running. So finally, I think it's just finally a mesh. Like I talk a lot about buying in, teams buying into coaches and coaches buying into teams as well. If we're not all on the same page, there's no success going to happen. I don't care who's on your
Mm-hmm.
roster. So
Mm-hmm.
once we bought into what Mike Brown is doing, and you know, I think he brings a lot of confidence out of our guys like Trey Lyles, even Keegan Murray. When Keegan Murray is aggressive, bro, he looks like one of the best rookies in the league. But back to Kevin Herter and all that. I'm just happy to finally see him have a shot out of Trey Young's shadow. As little as Trey Young's shadow might be, he was in it. So it's
Yeah, yeah.
it's like finally he gets to come out and he gets to shoot. De'Aaron, everybody's looking for him. Like you can see, everybody looks for Kevin Herter when he's moving without the ball, and that's a big part of basketball. Like he wouldn't be able to do this with cats like Luca, James Harden that spend all day dribbling the ball. You got to move that. You got to move the rock. You got to move the
Yo,
rock.
Bob, you're
And once you
talking
move,
straight out of your ass because Luka Doncic has found his teammates at the 3-point line. Like last year, he was like the number one guy to find his
yeah,
players on the
yes,
at the
yes,
arc.
but
So
see,
he would
like
have
like
gotten
like
off.
Dub says, make context matter again. When you dribble
Oh
into
my
the
god.
lane and then all of a sudden it's five people around you, and you have to pass the ball to somebody. When everybody's circling you, somebody has to be open. So it's like,
That's the
yeah,
best
he gave it
that's the
to.
best place to get the ball from if you're shooting.
Well, I didn't mean to disrespect your guy. I'm sorry for saying that.
That's
But
crazy.
let me instead of disrespecting your guy, let me go back and praise Kevin Herter some more. He
Okay.
moves he moves without the ball. He's bought into Mike Brown, uh, um, instilling some of that Warriors motion offense in Sacramento. I'm just happy to see it. But we're
And,
gonna stay humble and we're gonna
and
continue to light the beam.
as a shooter, fire. And as a shooter too, that instills so much confidence in you that your guys are looking for you, actively looking for you
Hmm.
coming off screens, and so you don't feel like you're running around for no reason.
Yeah,
Because I've been in those situations where I felt like I was just moving without like a purpose. Like, why am I even
right.
doing this if I'm not going to touch the rock? So as a shooter, it's like when they're looking for you, you want to hit those too.
And there's gonna be games too. Like so, for instance, with Kevin Malik and Harrison Barnes. When they get there's going to be some games where we just fill it up, where we shoot more than we usually would shoot, and those are the games where you're going to see like, yeah, this shit is dangerous. Because when Harrison Barnes, if you're not if you're not standing on his toes, and you close out too late, he's going to put it in you. Kevin Herter's, you could have your hand on Kevin Herter's face, and you're gonna feel it. So we have some knockdown shooters up there.
Yeah, y'all got a good amount of people shooting over 35 from three. So I
Hmm.
like I like what I'm
And
seeing
that's
from him.
that's another thing too. So Another reason why he can instill some of that, what he got from Steve Kerr and the Warriors, and just him picking up, because I mean, Mike Brown's been around the league for a long time, but just picking up things from other programs and maybe the stuff that he's instilling on his own, like to have DeMontis there, where when he had Draymond is making those good passes. DeMontis is also a good passer. Y'all got to remember who his pops is. You know what I'm saying? So that's just in his blood, that moving the ball. So when he has the ball at that high post and maybe he's getting cutters or Kevin coming off that curl right there, he's gonna look for that. So we have people that are not only have the ability to pass the ball, but they want to. They have the willingness to pass the ball, and so that's always a good thing. It's like I was saying, I'm kind of comparing that Draymond's willingness to pass the ball to DeMontis' willingness to pass the ball, and I think Kevin Herter he's receiving that well. And I mean, he's a knockdown shooter. He's always been a knockdown shooter. This isn't new. This isn't new.
Yo, but this is one thing, because this, and Bobby will attest to this, and even you guys have heard me say this a lot. I said this a lot when I get to talking about teams. Said it about the Utah Jazz, and I said it about other teams. When you have players that have been around the league and have been on teams that have been good or been to the playoffs and made playoff runs, that bodes well for your team. And so when you look at the Sacramento Kings right now, you guys don't have too many of them, but keep in mind, Kevin Herter played in Atlanta the last 3 years that they went to the playoffs. He was there on that team that went to the Eastern Conference Finals. Yeah, he wasn't Trae Young. He wasn't the star player. He wasn't John Collins. He wasn't the second best player, but he was a starter on that team. He was there. He went through the fire that year. Then when you turn back around and you get a guy like Harrison Barnes. Now, a lot of people forget Harrison Barnes was there in the beginning of this whole Warriors dynasty thing. He was there initially for the first couple years before Kevin Durant came. He grew up with them guys, with Clay and Steph and Draymond. So
Don't forget he was at North Carolina that year too.
What, when they won?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you got two guys like that have been around the league, and I'm sure you guys got some more vets too that I'm not putting together. But when you got two dudes like that in your starting lineup, that's gonna help a lot.
Yeah, and then I think with Mike Brown, I think just him, because like Bobby said earlier, how he's been around the league for a long time. Like Mike Brown, when they signed him as the coach, I was a little skeptical, only just because I really thought when they got Luke Walton, I was like, okay, this is going to be where the Kings, they might not compete for a chip, but we're going to see all right, we're going to see the progression. And it just never came. I've been saying for a long time, the Kings, I just thought it was going to be better than what it had been. Like the Kings had been like bottom of the barrel. Like, and I just thought the Kings might like at least be like 8, 9, 10 seed. Like I thought there was no way the Kings shouldn't have made the play-in last year. Or like if there was play-in years before, I was like, well, there's no way the Kings shouldn't be a 9, 10 seed. When they were never even in that. They were hardly in that range, or even if they got there, it was like, it was whatever. I just thought they would be better. They had De'Aaron Fox. They had Tyrese. They had Buddy. Harrison Barnes was still there. I love Rashawn Holmes. I mean, other people might see him as whatever, but I love him as a player. At the time, we thought Marvin Bagley was going to be something. Like, I just always felt like they were, like, I didn't know what it was, but I just felt they weren't. I'm so sorry.
Hey, yo, when they you're good. You're good. That ain't your fault.
Yeah.
When they got Luke Walton as a coach, I thought they were phoning it in, bro. It's like that was disgusting.
I just thought they'd be a little better than what they
giving up.
But I'm just glad that they're finally kind of hitting the potential stride that they should have.
Yeah, I mean it's still early though. It's still early. We got to stay humble and just keep playing ball, and that's a big thing I like about the Kings. Like earlier, you know what? I'm gonna just go ahead and say it, JD. So when we first started out, y'all was asking like about the Kings and whatnot, and I'm like, all right, I believe we can get. Remember, I specifically saying that we could be in the playoffs 6, 7. I said 6, 7, 8 seed, and I named all the teams that were better than. And then you and Dale lost. Still like, oh well, you said 6. I was like, okay, but I'm thinking we're in that range. Then I see the grit that we play with. We beat the Cavaliers, and then the next game, we kind of went to sleep. I thought maybe we got a little sniff of success and we were just happy with it, you know. But then De'Aaron Fox came in the second half and he turned this whole team up like, yo, we're not happy with that. Let's get better. Then we beat the Nets. Then the next game, I think it was either the Spurs or the Pistons. We kind of came into a little lull, but we pulled it out. We showed Malik Monk came out. He showed like, no, we're not satisfied. When I see that type of heart that we have, especially when you look at guys off the bench like Devion, Malik, Terrence Davis, even Rashawn, even though he's not playing right now, I think that might be a trade piece that we use coming up. But Harrison Barnes, we just got that grit. I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. We have a really good shot to win the West.
Oh my God.
We have a really good chance to win the West. You got to look at our
He's really
scoring.
not lying though. He's really not.
Our scoring ability, bro. We score. No, look how we score so efficiently, so fast, so effectively. De'Aaron, nobody in the world can stay in front of De'Aaron Fox. I mean, we have a top 10 big. Domantas Sabonis is still underrated. He's still underrated.
Bob, I will agree with you in that I don't know where they'll finish, but I will say I could see it actually potentially happening now. I was acting like it was absurd. It doesn't look as crazy as I thought. Will they finish there?
Coming out the West?
But coming out the West is crazy. Like I was with you. I was with you
in the season. Regular season or playoffs?
Well, I'm talking about playoffs, regular season,
whatever
you
all right, bro.
Look. And so there's only three teams. There's only three teams in the NBA we don't want to play. The only teams in the NBA we don't want to play is the Clippers, the Bucks, and the Celtics. Now we don't want to play Steph Curry. We want to play the Warriors, but we don't want to play Steph. Other than that, bro.
Y'all don't want to.
Other than that, that's where the love stops. That's where the love stops.
Y'all don't.
You don't want to see
what? Ain't nobody worry about the Nuggets.
Come on. Y'all don't want to play the Nuggets. Y'all don't. That's disgusting. That's disgusting. Look, I believe they can make the playoffs too. I was with you. When in the West, there'll be a first round exit.
Well, I mean, look, honestly, like I said before, I see us really getting into that second round for sure. But it's got to line up correctly. It's just like every year, we need certain teams to beat certain teams. It's just how basketball works. We don't have to play
in order the first round, no matter who you.
But play. Check it out. In order to play. In order to make it out, you don't have to play every team. So there's a chance we might not have to see the Warriors. We might not have to see the Clippers. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like if we play, let's say we get the 5 seed and the Mavs get the 4 seed. Okay, bam, we're in the second round. Easy.
Oh my God, there's only one team.
Then let's say
y'all can beat in the first round. It's like a 4-5. And that is the Utah Jazz. That is the only one. You guys are not beating.
All we need is that. Hey, some teams got to beat other teams for us.
You're not beating the Blazers either. You're not beating the Nuggets. You're not beating the Nets.
Clem, tell them let it off
that yada, huh? Now I'm just saying like this. I think we got the talent. We got the ability.
Yo, so the playoffs obviously don't start today, but as currently constructed, you guys are the 3 seed. Kudos, congratulations. You guys haven't sniffed the 3 seed since, well, NBA players were sniffing other things. But check this out. If the playoffs,
everything that happened in the past doesn't matter today. None of that matters today.
You guys would play a play-in team, right? So I'm gonna give you the 4 play-in teams in one team that will most.
If we're the 3 team, we play the 6.
They play the 6, and they lose to Portland, and they would lose to Portland.
Come on, baby. Portland don't want it with us.
Well, that's a good series.
Portland don't want it with us.
It'll go 6. They'll lose.
We beat Portland in 6 for sure. We beat Portland in 6.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
That's a good series.
Only one. Like I said, only one.
I don't know what you're laughing at. I don't see how it's funny, but we beat
the only one I can give y'all is Utah. Like if you and Utah met, I think that would be a 7-game series, and it would be great. Lauri Markkanen, De'Aaron Fox.
We beat Utah in 5, bro. Come on, bro. Stop with this Utah shit.
You guys are not that much better than Utah. I'm not gonna hold you. You guys are not.
CG, baby, you just going off of records. I'm starting to wonder if you've been watching basketball.
No, I'm looking at team construct. Y'all are not
I think your school load might be too heavy. You're not watching basketball. How many units?
No. I'm telling y'all, you look at top to bottom roster construct, the way everything, all that. Them and Utah are in the same tier. And you guys are overperforming right now for keeping it above.
How are we overperforming?
Ain't nobody expected y'all to be 10-6, third seed in
No,
the West.
no.
Ain't nobody saw that
That's
coming.
that's what I said
And
earlier.
everybody's
There's
like a game of
there's
and
a difference between
everybody's like a
overperforming.
game apart.
You say you're saying we're overperforming to the masses. What happens in house doesn't matter what the masses think. Y'all think that we're overperforming. We know what our abilities are. So
Okay, so what
it's
about
not
the
really
Jazz? Are they
overperforming. It's just
overperforming?
like who
Are
the
the Jazz
Jazz?
overperforming?
I think the Jazz actually constructed have a decent team. I expected them to be tanking already. I didn't know they were gonna wait until January to start tanking.
Little did you know they're better than y'all.
Nah.
Hey, but hold on, no.
That's a
I mean,
seven-game series.
Because I do want to know. I want to ask everybody, how far can the Kings peak?
This
Well,
season,
I think second round is a shoo-in. I think the second round is a shoo-in.
if it's
But
this
we
season,
have the ability if the seeding is constructed properly, we have the ability to make a run for the West. But
if
I
the
think
seeding is constructed
hold on.
properly, y'all can beat the Jazz. In the
Ron,
first
I don't
round.
want to hear about everything that happened since 2004. But
Hold
this
on,
is a
hold
whole
on, hold
different
on.
team, a whole different front office. It's not the same situation.
No, I get that. Even though that is kind of what I'm alluding to, but I'm not getting at that. I
Yeah,
was
see,
talking about
because
regular
that's
season. Y'all still gotta
easy.
make the playoffs.
Regular season.
All right?
Regular
Y'all
season.
still gotta make the playoffs. All right.
So does
regular
everybody else.
season.
So does everybody else. Everybody else
it's-
has to make the
it's-
playoffs too.
hey,
So
it's-
we
it's-
got just as much a chance as anybody else
It's
does.
people that that can drink right now that still haven't seen them in the playoffs.
That don't got nothing to do with today, Ron. It's easy to say that for laughs, and people are gonna laugh and be like, "Oh, he's right. They haven't won," but it's not. It doesn't matter. Like,
This
what did
season,
the
I think they can be
It's
as
a very
high as
good
a
laugh.
5 seed and as low as missing the playoffs.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's the easy thing. Like when you don't have any facts to base why we can't do it, it's easy to make the people laugh and get on your
No,
side.
I'm saying you guys
But
are gonna
that's
make
not,
the playoffs.
that's not how it works in reality.
Relax, bro. Like you get like I understand this is your baby, this is your heart. You live and die Kings, you bleed purple. Okay, I get that.
No doubt,
I'm not
no
saying
doubt.
you guys aren't gonna make
He's got
the
a
playoffs.
beam in his living room, Ron.
I'm asking
Big
how
beam.
He likes that
what
shit.
how
Hey, I
high
like
can you
7
guys
grand
peak?
beams.
Hey, I'm like, what do you guys think that you guys can max out in during the regular season? Can you guys be a 2 seed, 1 seed? Are you a playing team? What do we all see the Kings finishing?
I think with the Clippers, I don't know if they're really gonna play for a 1 seed or not. If they're gonna kind of go like the old school Spurs and just make sure they get in the playoffs. So really, I could see Phoenix and Denver. Phoenix, Denver. So I'm really thinking anywhere 3, 4, 5, maybe 6, 3 to 6, anywhere 3 to 6.
So it went from initially 6 to 9
Yeah, right.
to now it's 3 to 6.
3 to
Hey, and
6.
look.
Because look, if I would have said this when I felt it before the season started, when I was talking about it, I would have got blacklisted off the show again, like when y'all kicked me off when I said what I said about Scottie Pippen.
We did not.
Y'all would have
kick you
kicked me
off.
off the show again, and I just couldn't have that. So I tried to stay humble. Now they're showing it, so I'm gonna keep inching further and further. Bro, 2 weeks from now, I'm gonna be like, we're the favorite to win the championship.
You
I just can't say it.
you
Oh my God! At the beginning of the
just
show,
can't-
you said you
just can't
gotta
say
stay
that.
humble.
I gotta stay humble.
We can't.
I gotta stay humble.
Look,
Look,
y'all
we're
4
the 3
games over
seed.
500 for the first
We're the
time
3
forever.
seed right now. We're the 3 seed right now. So by me saying that we can finish the 3 seed, I'm staying humble. That's humble.
There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams that are behind y'all by a game.
Bob,
We got 65 more to play.
I'll give them playing. I wasn't even willing to give them playing at the beginning of the year when.
See, JD, that's the problem with y'all. That's the problem with y'all.
I'll give them
Y'all
playing.
think that y'all got the ability to give us something. We taking everything that we came for. Y'all can't give us nothing. Big ox shit. We coming for everything that we deserve. Okay. I'm tired of y'all acting like we're asking y'all for something. Like, please. Like
But
that shit Kevin Durant said. We don't need Kevin Durant's approval. He came to Sacramento and got his skinny ass smoked. Don't come back to Sac, KD. We busting your ass. We busting your ass every time you come through Sacramento. That go for everybody that come through Sacramento. You can It's not like it was in 2014. You can't come here with that shit no more. We're not doing none of that. We not asking nobody's approval. We taking everything we came for.